first of all, to concentrate on writing. As an experienced professional writer, my former business, called Résumé Specialists, was featured, profiled in a major American newspaper, the Philadelphia Inquirer. I specialize in writing not about me, but about you in your resume, profile, or mini biography life story. The resumes I write are for people of varied levels, both blue-collar and white-collar, running the gamut from new high school graduates to new college graduates, to experienced professionals, to senior executives, to business owners, and everyone in between. In diverse niches ranging from creative to educational to financial to marketing to technical. My resumes have opened a lot of doors for people and received real compliments from real employers in the real world, including these very ones verbatim. Best resume I've seen. Best resume that has come across my desk. Absolutely devastating. Some of the profiles I have written were banner articles on the front page of a statewide newspaper with a circulation of 250,000, Sons of Italy Times, in its first ever Living Legend series. For this series, I wrote articles on iconic international celebrities such as race car driver Mario Andretti, and football coach Joe Paterno. My proudest literary achievement was a book, My Love Affair with Italy, America, and Rose, the exclusive biography of the late and great chairman of Pocono Raceway, Dr. Joseph Mattioli, Joe Mattioli, affectionately known on the racetrack as Doc. Doc chose me as his sole biographer based on a single newspaper article that I wrote about him, even though I knew nothing, rien, niente, nada, about automobile racing. While for years he had rejected the offers of professional racing writers to put his life story down in black on white, yet Doc chose me based on a single article that I wrote. Now I would like to recite for you a brief excerpt from one of my writings about an American warrior on D-Day during World War II that I call The Making of a Hero. Seaman Stan gripped the lifeline with all the force that the body of the star athlete he had been in high school a few years earlier could generate. His heels dug into the sand of the beach, his back braced toward France and its uninvited German guests guiding their gallery of guns atop Omaha Beach, his face toward the Atlantic Ocean. He watched his compatriots barrel down the ramp of LCI 499, standing for Landing Craft Infantry 499, grabbing the lifeline that he anchored for their support as they waded into the water, faces unwillingly set in the direction of death and destruction, some of them living the very last day of their lives. The American soldiers gasped as they smacked into the cold liquid, then staggered and stumbled chest deep through it toward Seaman's Stand, struggling to hold their balance and their rifles with packs weighing, in some cases, up to 100 pounds strapped to their backs. Some fell face down into the sea and resurfaced. Others fell and did not. Stan glanced to his left and noticed a soldier with arms flailing midway from ship to shore. Turning to a few passing men, he handed them the lifeline. "Here, hold it tight," he shouted. The only sailor from LCI 499 on Omaha Beach then plunged head first into the Atlantic, wearing his Navy life jacket, and swam toward the drowning man. As he approached him, he saw the helpless man's eyes opened as big as baseballs on his face, his mouth spewing white foam, his arms desperately stretching for something solid. Sailor seized soldier and silently dragged him to shore. The only perceptible sound in their insulated crisis within a crisis, the slapping of Stan's arm against the sea. Seconds seemed like centuries. As soon as rescuer and rescued reached the beach, an Army corpsman slid the stricken soldier onto a stretcher and took him away from Stan's sight. The last moment the young sailor would ever see this young soldier whose name he would never know.